Hello, people. It's been a while. In fact, I've been away, so it's been quite a journey. Actually, I've been away for probably the longest I've been away for um, ever. Actually, but it was great. And then coming back, of course, you have to do an awful lot of things. So, last couple of weeks, I've been catching up with everything before I start again. And the purpose of tonight won't be that long. To be honest, won't be the usual hour, but this is to let you know what's happening at Flux, let you know the kind of things that you will be able to see, what's been happening in the background to get Flux ready for July, and also the kind of things that are coming up in this series. So this is kind of starting off a new series of these interviews, and I've got some really great people which I'll be going through very shortly. Now, of course, the first news is that edition 12 of the Flux Review magazine has landed. You can get it from the fluxreview.com store. Basically, and it's also in loads of different places you can actually buy it too, but fantastic interviews in there, and as you can see, 200 pages worth, all created by Lisa Gray on her own, actually, which is quite remarkable. So that's the first thing, and obviously, the next thing is the Flux Exhibition. That's our next big event, 17th to 20th of July, 2025. And that's not very long away. So all those artists that are out there that are have been accepted to be there, and there's over 70. I've actually been emailing them today to be guests on this show. Filled up the spots very quickly, it's fair to say, but also this will carry on long after the Flux Exhibition. So if you didn't manage to get in before then, please don't worry, but you will be on. And just to give you a little flavour of what the exhibition's like, you can see, you'll be able to see from this next slide, which it's in a fantastic venue. It's called the Bomb Factory in Marylebone. It's a brilliant venue, and you can see from all the people that are there and the artists that are showing, and also look at the floor to ceiling height, and it's great that there is, and you'll find out very shortly. I've got a quick video actually to show you what last year's private view was like. As you can see, pretty busy. So there's three big areas of exhibition. Plenty of space to walk around to So that's just a private view night, and to be fair, that pretty much carries on the whole weekend. There are lots of special events, but also this year it's a little bit different because there are some special events that we've not done before as well. Let's jump back to this screen. Um, and you'll see one of them is that Scarlet Butterfly is performing. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you will have seen Scarlet, but I'm going to play you a video now of exactly what she does. There won't be any fire. I think I don't think that we can risk that with all the art, but you'll see everything else. It's pretty spectacular. Right, so what I can also tell you is actually she will be debuting a completely new act at Flux. It's essentially a world premiere, and that's something that she likes to do. So Flux is not just about sculptors, painters, photographers, and abstract artists, etc. It's also about performance art as well. In fact, any form of art, which is something well worth looking at, really. Also, jumping back to jump back to the slideshow. No, that's not it. Obviously. This one is. I'm going to jump back to that because also we have um, different artists who are coming up on this show over the next few weeks. So next week we have Christy Kazar, who's actually so these all these artists I'm sort of giving you a little preview for will be exhibiting at Flux. So this is Christy Kazar. I shall be talking to her at 7 o'clock next Thursday. Fantastic work. You can jump on, just do a Google search for her name and put artist after it, and she will pop up. Superb. Got a really good Instagram page as well. Well worth checking her out. There are as well. We have Peter Lee. He's these photographs in particular inside churches, which I mean, this is I can tell you as a photographer, this is not easy. It's certainly not easy to get that look, get it to be absolutely bang on perfect like that. But also, you've got a lot of things to work out in terms of your exposure, the light affecting it, etc., etc. So it's going to be a really interesting talk to Peter Lee. So any photographers out there that'll be watching this, it'll be well worth popping on the 29th with Peter. Who do we have next? Okay, it's I'm going to take myself out of that for a minute because so you can see her. Karolina Skorek. You can see the kind of work that she does as well. Very, very unusual, fantastic work, actually. I'm really looking forward to this interview as well. And all of my interviews tend to be where have you come from, where are you now, and where are you heading? So that gives you a bit of an idea of exactly what the artists are trying to achieve, what set them down this path. It's been quite amazing, actually, some of the paths that artists have taken to get where they are. So that's Karolina Skorek, and she's on the 5th of June. And then on the 12th is Gaia. So this again, abstract artist, but not completely. You can see from the work down the bottom there that that's not totally what she does, and also in the middle there with the mountains. So again, completely different to what we've had before, and very interesting talk that'll be as well. So it's been a bit of a push today, I've got to say, because I've had to put this all together this afternoon because I've been waiting for people to get in touch with me. And unfortunately, again, which is happened a few times now, tonight's guest couldn't make it at the last minute. So I had to put something together very quickly just to let you know I'm back and back on it, basically. So it's going to be a fantastic exhibition with these people. So one on the 31st of July, actually, Natalie Clark. She paints underwater scenes, and she's very again fantastic Facebook page, well worth going on. I had a bit of trouble finding an image to use because Natalie posts an awful lot of videos, and it's not that easy to screen grab something from a video, but I managed to find something there. But this gives you again a flavor of what she does. So again, Natalie Clark Art is her page on Instagram, well worth checking out. And I'm again really looking forward to doing this interview. This will of course be after Flux. And the other thing to sort of mention is I am going to attempt to do a live stream from Flux. Now, the only issue that might be is Wi-Fi might be a problem. So what will happen is, if it is, I will still do record it all and then post it on here once I get into a area where I've got some decent Wi-Fi. But that's the plan. The plan is that we will try and do a live stream, which will be great for all those people that can't actually make it down on the PV night. Now, so this is an interview that it's not very long. It's only sort of about 3 minutes, but this is an interview I did with this artist in Orlando. So end of our holiday, we were in Florida, and before we flew home, stayed at an airport hotel effectively. And this artist, Fred, he travels all over the world and has done for years. He's French, but he goes all over the world creating these murals in hotels. Him and his wife, that's their life. And to be honest, you can be a little bit envious of that because he gets to create his wonderful art. But what I will say before I play his video, let me just get one. That's it. Is the humble Sharpie. The humble Sharpie is, and this is not a product placement. The humble Sharpie is his tool, and he has a bit of paint. But this man creates his art with a Sharpie, And as you'll see from this interview video, it's quite remarkable what he manages to put together. Um, and the one thing about him too is he doesn't sketch anything out first in his mind. It's all there, ready to go. I really enjoyed talking to him because those people who know me, that's exactly how I work. All my work is in my head first before I start. So here's Fred talking about
Yeah, I'm
his
French artist.
art.
The street art movement I come from, and I make. I'm sorry for my English because I'm not I'm not very good with that. I make something about city for this part of my work, and I talking about different place. Interesting the guy come from to Orlando to visit different place about Starship, about great place, park and like that. It's not my work to be. My work is about Android like that. You know, the personage with machine is introduced like that. This is my stuff.
Okay, let's have a little start at the beginning. We'll walk along here. As you can see, Epcot sitting there in the middle.
Here.
NASA.
It's like it's interesting for me. You make the line. The line is the same on different draw. You have the wave and the building like that, and after you have another building and what about a tunnel like that. And you make like a machine, you know, like that.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same line of all disconnected like that.
Connected, yeah, very good.
It's this famous place here, Church Street Station of Orlando. Typical.
Yes.
And the very famous place to be.
That's the old street.
Yeah.
That's Old Street, yes.
But you have not all Orlando. You have here. Here is Miami. And after you go to the big lake, and after go to the Everglade with the
With the airboat.
Up, you're going to the airboat.
Oh, very cool. So what is it you're actually using to do all the black lines that you use?
I use a Sharpie.
You use a Sharpie?
In USA is the best.
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. It's true. It's true everywhere actually. A Sharpie.
Yeah.
So it's quite amazing. So you can't make any mistakes then.
Now, the most remarkable thing about that mural is that that's 2 days' work. So he works very fast. He's very precise. It's quite impressive what he does. What I will show you as well, because I've got that, I can share a screen. So let me just do that and share Fred's Instagram page, and you'll see actually that's what he was talking about. These sort of mask type, this sort of work is the kind of thing that he does a lot of. But he takes his inspiration from everywhere. He's quite an accomplished artist in his own right, without doing the work that you can see he does for murals and stuff. He's a very interesting man to talk to, and his wife does sculpture work. So they're quite an incredible couple. So he's got quite a big following, not necessarily on Instagram, but he has all over the world. And quite frankly, he's in America for 2 years. just working in hotels doing murals, and then he heads off back to France for a bit, and then he's going off to the Far East to do the same. But you can see he does do some amazing stuff. A very nice man as well. Very nice man to talk to. So look, Fredish it is on Fredish1 on Instagram, where you'll see his work. He doesn't have a website because he doesn't need it. The majority of his work, in fact, 100% of it, is pretty much working for hotels and venues doing big murals. So he's come from street art, so graffiti art is basically where he's come from. You can see in the middle there, look, he's been to the Dark Hedges in Northern Ireland, which was somewhere where I've been and created some of my work from going there. A little bit difficult now because well, in particular, you've got a lot of tourists to contend with. In fact, they've banned cars and stuff from going there as well. And really, so final kind of thing. So it's a very short one tonight, but next week is where it really kicks off. I just wanted to give you a bit of a flavour of the kind of thing that's coming, but also a little exclusive, if you like, for FLUX, and you can see it on the wall behind me. But it's also just to show you, I've did a collaboration with Katerina Diaz, who big part of FLUX. Katerina, she works closely with Lisa Gray. She's got all sorts going on. I don't know where she finds the time, and people say that about me, but Katerina, wow. So we did a bit of a collaboration, and this will be on my part of on my stand at FLUX, but this is called Beauty and Decay. So it's basically one of my images of Raven, who is a burlesque dancer, in a very decayed building, which actually is there's a lot of background to this actually. This background, this building is or was a women's mental asylum in Essex, and one of my day job clients bought that and converted it into apartments. Nice. And I managed to allow, they basically allowed me to get in there for a couple of hours to go around and photograph it all. And then I did this series of images for to raise money for endometriosis, because it's a decaying disease effectively. And so this is called Beauty and Decay. So there's a lot of background goes into it. And then I sat down and had a big chat with Katerina. She was desperate to, she loves a collaboration, as do I. And she had an idea for applying what she does to one of my pieces. So this is a complete one-off. There won't be another one like it. It's a total one-off image, and it will be on my stand at it'll be on my stand at FLUX, assuming I don't sell it beforehand, but it will be there. And it's fantastic to have been able to work with Katerina and do what is effectively a superb collaboration. Collaborations are quite interesting, actually. I've done some with other artists. That work will also be on display at FLUX, and it's I find it really quite interesting, because Katerina's brain, for example, doesn't work in the same way as mine does, but we do come together to create something pretty special. And actually, in fairness, Katerina does do a few collaborations, which is quite right as well. She's very talented, and it was an absolute pleasure to work with her. And the same with you'll see one that I've got at FLUX with Jane Farley, who's another FLUX artist, not exhibiting this time, but hopefully she will be doing the next one. But again, that was a collaboration with one of her pieces, and I added to it, which if you come to FLUX, you'll see. Or anyway, this has been, as I said, a bit of a short one. But this is purely to say, look, this is what we've got coming up. There are quite a few things, and Lisa would probably be able to expound a bit more on that. So you can go on to thefluxreview.com and see quite a bit on there. FLUX Exhibition. You see it all on Facebook and Instagram. And Lisa's been doing some posts explaining the artists that are coming on. And as I've said, I have sent out something like 60 emails today to invite people onto this show, and leading up to Flux, all those sections were taken up, but it will carry on right through the rest of the year as usual. This has been something that I wanted to do for quite some time. Lisa's given me the permission to do it because it is with Flux Review, obviously. But this is all about letting artists showcase themselves. PR is a very difficult thing to actually do yourself if you're an artist. Too busy creating pictures. Why do you want to be worried about publicity? So generally it's 7 o'clock on a Thursday night for an hour, just to remind people who have not seen it before. And feel free to go back through the 26 or so videos from the past that I've done. This has been just over a year now that I've been doing this, so it's been fantastic, and looking forward to many more. But thanks very much, everybody, for those people that are actually watching, and I will catch you next week again. As I already said, the artists next week, they've got some fantastic stuff coming up. We've got some really good artists, not just coming up for interview, but some wonderful artists will be at Flux. So just in case you're wondering where it is, of course, it's Marylebone. It's in Marylebone. It's called the Bomb Factory. It's easy to walk to from the tube station. And should you come at the weekend, there's plenty of places to get something to eat as well. It's really, there's such a lot going to be going on. And as I've said, we will be posting and telling you about the stuff that's going on over the course of the next few weeks. Let's just check out the chat and see what we've got. So yeah, thank you, Paolo. Paolo always watches, and also Lee Churchill, both of those do. And of course, Lisa is there, and Sarah. So Sarah Levin, she is an artist that will be at Flux. And if you go back on the interviews, you'll see that I interviewed Sarah a while ago. She does some amazing work by paint pouring, basically. Stunning art. And she's done a few Fluxes, and she's definitely be there at this event. And there will be quite a few of the regulars that we call the Flux family. So Janet Cawthorne, Amanda, and generally Greg, all people like that. Certainly, of course, Katerina and myself. But there's some previous people that have come back again. It's one of those exhibitions that you love doing, and we have such a great time, and it'll be fantastic to see you there. It's easy to get to, so it'll be lovely. God, dear, that sounded terrible, didn't it? Oh, it'll be lovely. Anyway, I might have to cut that out at the end. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and it'll be a full hour next week. But for now.